So one very notable problem that's been hitting this generation of gaming is leaks ahead of a title's official reveal, specifically a big problem with the Nintendo Switch because there is a full working emulator and hackable Switches out in the marketplace, and when somebody gets a game early, they can simply dump that file and share it around online. And in today's video, we have to discuss a major November Nintendo Switch game release that has officially leaked online, provide a warning for users that want to avoid spoilers not to search this game, and have a broader discussion of how this could really affect AAA marquee Nintendo Switch games going forward. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, as I mentioned, guys, today we are discussing a problem that has continued to plague the Nintendo Switch in the current generation we are in, and of course, a lot of this stems back to the fact that the original Switch model that was sold and available back in 2017 for quite some time before they made an update could be hacked with something as easy as a paperclip, and this ultimately means that as we get close to every major game releasing on the platform, if anybody breaks street date, some retail employee decides to break a rule and sell a game early or take one for themselves, can actually put it into a Nintendo Switch that is hacked, then dump that entire file and make it available online for others to play. And then what happens? Spoilers and endings of games are floating around online, and if you don't know what to look out for, you very well may stumble across the ending of a major hype title that you're looking forward to that you weren't anticipating, and there you are scrolling on Twitter. I've unfortunately had my fair share of games spoiled this way too, and it does happen nowadays. And the game in question that we are talking about today is none other than Sonic Frontiers. As you can see this following post over on our Gaming Leaks and Rumors, where it says Sonic Frontiers Switch ROM fully leaked. The .nsp has been floating around for a couple hours now. If you're interested in the game, I'd advise caution with spoilers. And then they link to proof with the main menu screens being out there. And yes, indeed, this is a problem that is continuing on to affect all of the major games on the Switch. And I really don't quite know what Nintendo should do to mitigate this problem, because as much as I will always remain a hardcore physical collector, and that's how I prefer to buy my games, the big downside is situations like this where you cannot control a finished game not getting out early and then turn around and have it leaked online. And the Nintendo Switch having fully hacked models floating around out there is a big problem when it is your current generation hardware. We saw things like that happen in the Wii era as well, and normally you want to have your security locked down at least for the entire duration of your console being the primary console. Then maybe when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out or whatever is next, if the Switch is hackable at that point, it's not such a big deal. But the fact that this is happening while we are ongoing in the current generation with new game releases is a very unfortunate thing. I'm going to do my best to avoid all the Sonic Frontier spoilers. I am very much looking forward to this game. If you guys did not see the last trailer that was posted up on Nintendo's YouTube channel known as the Showdown trailer, go watch that after you're done with this video. I'll have it linked in the description down below. It is quite honestly the best put together marketing push we have seen for this title so far, as there was a huge up and down with that IGN partnership. Then I would say the Nintendo Direct trailer really coming back and showing us a better side of that game. Since then, it's literally been nothing but positive things online, and I think that this new trailer pushes it to even bigger heights, especially showcasing some of the giant bosses you will be taking on, even some supersonic footage at the end. Like, there is a lot of reason to be more invested and looking forward towards the story and gameplay mechanics of this game than ever, and I just think that this is the step forward that they needed to go to get people hyped and excited. And even the music, for me personally, as I'm a metal fan, so this struck a good chord with me. It has some heavy guitar riffs in there. It has that kind of Sonic energy and vibe to it that I think was missing whenever we were seeing some of that extended gameplay with IGN. And I personally will be picking this game up at launch, grinding through a vast majority of the game probably in one day if possible, because Ragnarok is out the next day. Why it has to release like that, I don't know, but I'm definitely hyped for this game, but now also trying to actively avoid spoilers online. And the other way that I want want to pivot this conversation and make you realize that this is actually a big issue on the Switch going forward, is the fact that we are around the corner from massive games like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that will no doubt most likely suffer the same fate, where leading into May 12th, it might be the week before, that we're having to make a video warning people to stay offline around spoilers that are popping up for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, because people get this stuff, they share it around online, they think it's cool that they got it early, and then the next thing you know, you might come across the ending cutscene or the final battle. That is happening with God of War Ragnarok right now, and that game's not out yet, and that doesn't even have the exact same issue on the Switch, although I guess there is a PS4 version, so there's that. But the idea now, unfortunately, in the modern era is that gamers have to be very careful searching things online whenever they are approaching an official release from the company that will be releasing it. And I am going to most likely block all the words related to Zelda and maybe even Sonic, as we're in this scenario right now, on Twitter and things like that, because you just don't want to come across it by accident. I am very big on trying to keep games and projects that I know I'm going to care about, the information around them, at a bare minimum until I dive into the game. I will always watch the promotional trailers, but never go too much further than that into researching these things online in case if there are spoilers around them, because I want to have that organic experience of going through it the way the game devs intended. And if you just fast forward to the final boss or final cutscene of the game, you can get some big story elements spoiled for you. So will Nintendo ever fix this issue? Is there a way to even fix it or control it short of an all digital gaming future, which I am definitely not a fan of that idea? It would absolutely fix this problem if they have a switch to flip the servers on to allow you to download and play the games. Do they implement something like that on physical games? They absolutely could, but then that's taking away from the benefit and upside of being a physical collector, because a lot of that has to do with you own your gaming collection, so you don't have to be connected to the internet to play it, and you don't have to just download updates or download files in order to experience your old retro library of games, as I oftentimes do with systems like the NES, SNES, N64, even GameCube and Wii U. It is nice to have that entire library collected at this point, and I can pop those games in at any time, not have to worry about the servers being shut down like we are currently seeing fastly approach for systems like the Wii U and 3DS. That is how fast this kind of stuff transitions and happens. And so physical games in the modern era is definitely a double-edged sword when these retail leaks happen and the street date gets broken, and then ultimately the file ends up getting shared around online for unexpected viewers to potentially get the game spoiled. Maybe some people look for that stuff. I definitely try to avoid it. I want to hear from you guys at this point in the video on all your thoughts and feelings around the current culture of gaming that we're in, where almost every major AAA game release gets leaked ahead of time. We'll probably see it happen with Scarlet and Violet. Are you somebody that this does bother you and you think there needs to be some kind of solution that's not implemented right now? What would that solution be in your opinion? And then also share with me whether or not you're planning on picking up Sonic Frontiers at release. Share with me what you thought about the last trailer, because that's absolutely the best presentation for that game that I've seen so far. And also let me know if you were worried about something like this taking place with that future big release that I'm sure we're all looking forward to here on the channel, being Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Go watch yesterday's video next, which is on screen right now. Also make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.